Hello and welcome to my channel. I will do a bit different from my regular update on Taxi Driver Season 2. I will separate the recap and review instead of my usual update because I have a lot of things to talk about the review. Okay, now I will give my recap on two final episodes, which is episode 15 and 16 of Taxi Driver Season 2. As usual, spoiler alert. The scene started in the welfare home where the bishop burned and threw all the kids' list name. A little kid with no name was bullied. One kid fell down, bloodied, as the nameless boy charged onto him. The bishop took the kid's name tag as the kid was pronounced to be dead. A police officer, Hyunju, came to check on the case. The bishop then forced Hyunju to fake the death report. The nameless kid told the bishop that he couldn't remember his own name. But the bishop told him that the incident wasn't his fault. It was the kid on Hajun for being weak. Bishop then gave the nameless boy name Hajun as the same name that the boy accidentally killed. Adult Hajun killed some men and present the dead man's phone to the bishop. Bishop present Hajun with a ring with the same ring as Hyunju. Doki showed the ring to the Rainbow team members and told that he got it from the Black Sun chief. The ring pattern actually common to Doki as he saw it in Kotaya. Gon even point out that even Kang Pil-sung wear it. Doki pointed that all those people who wear the ring might be alliance. Seo-jang said that there must be a mastermind behind this organization. A bank employee will check on the unusual transaction happened by the Black Sun. On his way to the parking lot, he bumped into a rude guy. While pushing the rude guy ended up bleeding and accused the employees hurting him. The scene actually orchestrated by the bishop. The bishop then planned to get into the deluxe taxi. The scene back to Doki fetched the bishop. The bishop pretended to be the father of the bank employee, Siwon. He asked Doki to help him in the prison. Gon found out about his report. They point out that the guy, Siwon, might got hurt in order to stop him from attending the trial. They decided to help Siwon to protect him until the trial. Seo-jang went to the mortuary to look at Hyunju's body. It turned out that on the night he got set up, he called Seo-jang and asked help from him. He even asked Seo-jang went to the archive file in the prosecutor office to find some document. Seo-jang saw the same ring in Hyunju's body. With the help of Goon and Kang Hana, Doki got into the prison where Lee Si-won was held. Tagging behind Doki was the duo engineer. The trio, Hyun-jae, was assigned to different cells. All the three of them experienced different ice-breaking with their cellmates. Seo-jang went to the prosecutor office and went to find the document as per Hyunju requested. There he found articles of the murders and also documents for the welfare home. The trio brothers met during lunch. Jiun, whom supposed to share cell with Siwon, update on Siwon's condition. Jiun told Doki that there was a bounty on Siwon's life. Doki started to act like psycho and beat almost everyone. With Doki's eccentric behavior, the other inmates start to avoid him. While everyone avoiding him, Doki started to approach Siwon. Doki met a prisoner whom illegally sell a cigarette to ask him to do a favor. The guy was hesitant at first, but agreed after Doki threatening him. Goon passed the pepper spray to the prisoner who managed to get out. Doki gave the pepper spray to Siwon. However, Doki still felt uneasy with how smooth the mission was. Seo-jang arrived at the mansion. There, he saw the bishop picture before then got attacked by someone. Then came a bus to transfer the trio brothers together with Siwon into the transferred bus. But the prison director called for Doki to step out. Doki saw the director wear the similar ring with the other criminal. Hajun then casually watched Doki with the prison CCTV. Doki was sent back to his cell and being attacked by his inmates. It turned out that there was a huge bounty for Doki's life. Hajun met Doki in Doki's cells. Hajun told Doki that the bus that carried Siwon and duo engineer got into an accident. Hajun even taunted Doki on duo engineer and Goon's current condition. Doki pleaded Hajun to let the guys go as this was a war between both of them. Hajun declined Doki's request. Doki was mad and threatened Hajun. Hajun told Doki that Doki's life in danger as bounty price increased and he needed to survive in order to save others. At 12 a.m. or p.m., the guard purposely unlocked the prison door and allowed Doki out. Hajun then opened the cell door one by one. Doki fought with all the prisoners. Regardless the number of prisoners, Doki managed to overpower them. Seo-jang, on the other hand, awake inside a room. A helper came and told Seojang that someone is waiting. Seojang finally met the bishop. Behind the bishop, there was a lot of pictures, including many children. Bishop then asked Seojang about Hyunju document. Seojang started to accuse the bishop of doing bad things. They have a better talk. Then the helper put on Siwon picture on the wall behind. Seojang asked the bishop whether he made up the story while called the Dulac taxi. The bishop told Seojang that he did that to bait Rainbow Team. Bishop told Seojang that he regarded Hajun as his son and more than that. Bishop even blamed Doki for Hajun fall out. Bishop taunted Seojang by talking about the battle between Doki and Hajun. Doki entered the office bloodied. Hajun was impressed by Doki's determination. Hajun shows the footage where Go Jiun and Kyung-gyu was tied up. Hajun then asked Doki to choose one of them. Doki was mad at Hajun while Hajun wanted Doki to feel how hope disappeared. Hajun was mad when Doki said people will remember the sin that Hajun did. Doki pointed out that there were things to remember in order to get it back. Whilst Doki did, it was flashback of the mission that Doki did in this season. But Hajun won't listen to Doki and only taunted him more. Doki pointed out that already 1 p.m. While asking to pick the number, Doki picked number 4, which he pointed out to Hajun. Hajun went angry and berserk at Doki. It turned out that Siwon managed to go to the trial. Hajun got confused. Then he went back to the scene where Doki felt uneasy and told Gowon about this. Suddenly, Seojang came and pointed out that it was a trap to send Doki to the prison. Seojang even pointed out that Siwon was indeed a real victim. They planned their next step to protect Siwon and makes the bad guys turn their focus to Rainbow Team instead. The duo engineer got their own paper spray from Doki. It also turned out that Seojang purposely wanted to get caught, while the duo engineers started to spray the paper to the kidnapper. Gowon set the camera on loop to fool Hajun. Hajun losing it after he heard the prison director talk to the bishop and started to point the gun at Doki. All the Rainbow Team having fun eating together on seems to be a flashback or dream. Hajun was stopped by the prison director and even Doki got sent into the confinement room. We flashback to 6 years ago. Bishop was finally released from prison. Then the bishop planned to build a chapel inside a prison while done preaching to his followers. Next came the day for Siwon to appear in the court. Hajun pleaded to the bishop to give him a second chance after screwed up, but his ring was taken instead. He then taken out from the chapel by the prison guard. The bishop was expressed his disappointment over Hajun. Hajun then carried into the confinement room as Doki and started to threaten Doki. Seojang managed to trick the bishop helper while hit him and also escaped the mansion while carried a little Hajun picture with him. The worried trio sibling felt relief after saw Seojang was okay. They could not connect it to Doki, but Gowon got an idea to give him a new communication device. Gowon met with the broker previously and handed him the device to give it to Doki. They finally managed to get in contact with Doki. Doki decided not to leave the prison yet because he believed that the prison is their sanctum. They started to devise their new plan. Doki wanted to stop the money trail and they start from the antique company. They end up steal the antique before started the auction by hijack the delivery company service. Next, they targeted the loan company. Gowon went to the Black Capital, which is the loan company, to borrow some money. Gowon put the device near the computers to delete all the files from the hard drive at the company. The bishop then was mad since he got no cash flow in and asked the prison director to bring Doki in. Seojang went to the prison to meet with Hajun. Hajun even brought the bishop minion with him. Seojang told Hajun that he need to meet with Hajun despite knowing the consequences. Seojang passed the document to Hajun. Outside, many cars entered the prison as the Rainbow Team expected. Doki was brought to the chapel to meet the bishop. The bishop even told Doki about his plan on Doki's death. The bishop even brought out Doki's mothers. The bishop blew the whistle that triggered Doki's trauma. He then beaten by the prison guard and lost consciousness. Both Doki and Seojang was brought out from the prison. The bishop followers start to freak out and ask the bishop to settle their problem with the cash flow. The bishop said that he already prepared a sacrificial lamb. The director came to tell the bishop about the trio following Doki and Seojang, but the bishop said to apprehend all of them. The call van kept on following the prison van but get caught instead. Ha-Jun checked on the document that Seo-jang gave it to him, which include poster of missing child Kim Dan-woo. Back to the visitation time, while Ha-Jun looked at the missing child poster, Seo-jang told him that he met Ha-Jun's parents before by Bluebird Foundation. Seo-jang told Ha-Jun that one day Ha-Jun was kidnapped. Ha-Jun noted that when he was at the welfare center, he did not remember anything, even his name. Seo-jang told Ha-Jun how desperate his parents were to find him. The poster was printed every year and even had age progress photo of the child. Seo-jang even assured Ha-Jun that he never was abandoned. Ha-Jun eventually found the family photo amidst all the posters. He was shocked to see that his father was the one he killed under the bishop order. It turned out that his father met with Bishop after he heard that Dan-woo was seen at the welfare center. Ha-Jun even had a vague memory of bump into his father at the welfare center. Ha-Jun was angry and devastated over this news. The trio was brought to Doki and Seo-jang. While the guard aimed their guns toward the five of them, Seo-jang confident that they were still awake. Suddenly, a car crashed inside. It was a similar deluxe taxi as owned by Rainbow Team. Inside, a lady used a dart gun aimed at the villains. Gold managed to cut Doki free. Then, Doki stopped the Bishop minion from shooting at Doki and the lady. She turned out to be the first deluxe taxi driver. Bishop met with Ha-Jun at his cell and asked Ha-Jun to take all the responsibility for their fault. Ha-Jun agreed to be their scapegoat but requested to deal with Doki personally. Doki and the lady greet each other up and thanking her. Seo-jang got a call from Ha-Jun. Ha-Jun asked Doki if he will accept him as his client. Doki didn't answer to Ha-Jun but tell others that Ha-Jun wanted to end the battle. The lady gave Doki the key to the locked taxi and they decided to go and fight together. The member left with the lady to clean the scene. Ha-Jun waited for Doki at the prison rooftop while Doki arrived and followed the director. Ha-Jun and Doki met up and confront each other. Meanwhile, the bishop sat and watched over them. Doki and Ha-Jun started to fight with each other. While Ha-Jun was losing, he told Doki that if he met with the Rainbow Team member earlier, his life will be different. While heard Ha-Jun's confession, Doki called Ha-Jun by his real name, Kim Dan-woo. When Ha-Jun called Doki, he asked Doki to find his name back. Bishop, whom disappointed at Ha-Jun, tried to shoot Doki, but Ha-Jun sprinted toward him and pushed the bishop off the rooftop with himself. Doki stunned to see both director and Ha-Jun's body. Bishop, on his dying state, could not believe that Ha-Jun betrayed him, while Ha-Jun, on his dying state, had the memories of the time he was in the Rainbow Transport. The rest of the Bishop followers were freaked out to hear the Bishop death. Then they all were trapped in the chapel by the duo engineer. The director and the prison guard also trapped by Seo-jang and Goon. While trapped, Doki instead made appearance. Doki went outside weakly and met with the Rainbow member whom waited for him. They put all the Bishop followers into the prison, and Goon drove the taxi and left together. 1 year later, duo engineer Doki and Seo-jang still work at the Rainbow Transport. Goon, on the other hand, managed to move into her old house and have a drink with Doki. Goon also told Doki that they had a less gap while cleaning the bottle, but it didn't make her uncomfortable or scared with Doki. Later, in the news, it talked about a sergeant committed suicide after reported that she got sexual assault inside the military base. Doki, on the other hand, entered the military base and reported for duty. The guys in front of him was worried of him, yet decided to take action if Doki messed with them. Doki met with a female soldier. She saluted at Doki after saw him. Doki stared at her, then ignored her and left. The female soldier looked at Doki's back. It turned out that they got the new case in regard with the female soldier in the news before. Doki started to recite the iconic word and the rest followed behind his deluxe taxi. Okay, that's all recap for episode 15 and 16. Do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And please wait a few days since I need to take a little bit more time to do my review for these 2 episodes and also overall review for Taxi Driver Season 2. See you next time. Bye.